to the Self Achievement Network. My name is Domenic, and I am here to talk about the two most important things that you must have in order to get what you want this year and in life. The two most important things. Anybody have any idea what those two things are? While you're thinking about that, let me tell you what time it is here in Chicago. It is 4:22. It's January 5th. For those of you who don't know who I am the founder of the Self Achievement Network, and I am determined this year, in the next couple of months, to get this group up and running and make it one of the most amazing groups ever. That's my mission. I've been working on developing the Self Achievement Network, giving people the opportunity to discover their passion, to share their passion, to evolve their passion. And I spent 3 long years growing this group to about 3,100,000 and 3,100 people. And I'm bound and determined to revive this. So anytime you have any comments or questions, please jump in. I'm going to be talking about the two most important things you must have to get what you ultimately want this year and in life. So thinking about that, what are your thoughts about that? Type it into the thread. I see a couple of people on. Oh, that was before. Let me refresh. So there was a few people on earlier. Okay, there I am. So what do you think they are? You know, I've been doing personal development, teaching personal development and professional development for a long time. And, you know, over the years, I realized that without having clarity, okay, without having desire, it's almost impossible. People wake up in the morning and they say, yeah, I'm going to go for it today. And then they get confused. They don't know what direction they go in. They don't have their to-do list, their goals lined out, and they get lost. So they are not clear. That's all there is to it. It's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing. It doesn't make you a bad person. It just means that you're not clear about what it is that you want. So without clarity, it is very difficult. So what I see people do, and even I've done this before, so I'm not clear about my overall goal. And then I'm doing all these things that sometimes move me toward the goal and sometimes not. And when I don't ultimately get to my goal at the end of a certain amount of time, I'm like scratching my head going, well, what happened? What went wrong? And basically it was because I wasn't clear. I didn't know what I wanted. I wasn't clear about what I wanted, clarity. So clarity is like this. So like on your laptop or on your phone, right? There is a bunch of tiny little pixels. And if there was only 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 pixels on this screen, how clear would it be? Not very clear. But the more pixels that the manufacturers create, the more resolution that there is. Resolution, clarity, you see? So that's the idea. So what you do is you take your bigger goal and you begin to break it down into smaller pieces. And those small pieces are the things that go in your daily calendar that you do. And when you have those smaller pieces in there, that's when magic begins to happen. So that's really one of the key things. Now, you could sit down and you can look at your goals and you can write them down and you can break them out into smaller pieces and you can put them in your calendar. And the second ingredient is if you don't have this second ingredient, it's like everything falls down. And what is that? It's called desire. Very simply, desire. Your willingness to do whatever it takes to get what you want. Right? It doesn't even mean that you have to become your ideal person. It doesn't mean to be that it doesn't mean that you have to be a badass. It doesn't mean, excuse me, that you have to, be a special kind of a person. What will help you to become the kind of a person that you want to be is for you to get committed to the goal and then to go for it. Going for it is going to be a million times easier when you have your smaller goals, your daily to-do lists, your daily tasks in place. So getting clear about what you want first and then breaking it down, right? So that creates clarity and then the desire. What I've learned is that when I get confused, my energy goes down because I don't know what to do. So I'll find myself walking around, going, well, what should I do next? When I don't break out my goals. And I've had have that happen before many times, even recently. I mean, when I'm not really clear, like I'm working on my basement right now, I'm building my basement. And when I don't have a clear goal and I don't put my to-do list in, I don't know what to do that day. So I'm like scratching my head. It's really that simple. So the desire comes from you knowing what you want and the price that you'll have to pay for that. So it could be that the price is that you work on your project, you work on your goal, you work on your weight, you work on your health, rather, you work on your career, your online business, whatever it may be, for X number of hours each day. So that's the price that you pay. Well, are you willing to do that? Are you willing to do whatever it takes to put that time in? Okay. One of the things that I'm going to be talking about next is about agreements, personal agreements. And it's really cool because one of the things that most people never do is make a personal agreement, which could be something very simple, like make an agreement that you're going to exercise for a half hour every day. Now, that's not a commitment to me. That's not a commitment to anybody. That's a commitment to yourself. You see? So how do we begin that? Is that we set it up, and I'm going to be talking about that next time, tomorrow morning, how we set that up and then how we implement that so that we set ourselves up for success. Okay, that's a loose word. I mean that one. Success is like, we'll talk about that later. Okay, so anyway, the two things that we need: clarity and desire, and that's it. If you don't have those two, if you're not clear, it's not going to happen. Get it?
That was easy.
Yeah. Okay. So see you guys next time. I'll be back tomorrow morning at 9, between 9 and 10 a.m. And we will talk about agreements. Okay. Have yourself a fabulous rest of your day, wherever you're at, or morning or afternoon. And I will talk to you soon. Remember to have fun, stay inspired, and take action.